I am currently based in Harlem, New York, and I primarily work in sculpture. I create work that I call skins of experience, using extremely tactile material to communicate the urgency of remembering in conditions of displacement. Living in diaspora is living in constant movement, and the one thing that has remained true through all that movement are the objects, the things that are left behind that carry their own histories. And I'm taking those things in and recreating them to create my own narrative and my own story. So the gestures I take in recreating all of these objects carry a sense of material metaphor. So what I'm currently working on is I've been embedding Lier, which is a blue pectolite stone found in the Dominican Republic, into these bricks that are the same pigment of the rich soil there used to create homes. And Lier is a stone that I've grown up watching all the women in my life wear through different fashions of jewelry. And the brick, which is like, you know, the building block of a home, bringing those two things together for me is like an act of restoration, an act of care. I work a lot in mold making. All the things that I've sort of created this archive with, they usually begin their life through mold making and casting things. And when I first came here, I saw, you know, that big leather chair, and I immediately thought of like an absent body there. All the history and all the people that must have sat in it. And so throughout my work, you can see the dialogue that each piece has with each other materially. So in most cases, I'm making the immaterial material, right? So I'm bringing two things that have been at a distance from each other together, or multiple things that exist at different places come together. So since I use things from different spaces, spaces that family members have occupied or I have occupied, a lot of my work mimics architectural vernacular spaces with the things that I've archived. So I usually work with things that have been passed down to me, given to me by different family members, or just things that I've collected that have been left behind on from different journeys that family has taken between Colombia, the Dominican Republic, and the States. I haven't worked with ceramics too much before, but working with clay recently has been almost like second nature, right? So I work a lot with mold making, and these become the skins before I create the actual work. I also work with a lot of image photos that I've taken of spaces that my family has occupied. So sometimes image lives on its own for me, but more often than not, it's a departure into exploring a more tangible form. So it's like an aid to all my sculptural work. You can see it in the small silver digital prints that I add in my castings, and the impressions of the chairs and the folds. Again, using those impressions of the chairs that have the absence of the body and filling that absence with the photos.